Welcome to the Great British Crochet Off technical version, where I chat through the technical aspects of this week's episode of the Great British Crochet Off, a series where I watch an episode of the Great British Bake Off and the crochet sling that inspires me from it. This week I made this tank top inspired by the entremet that they made in Patisserie Week. If you missed this week's episode, you can check it out right up here. And now let's go back in time and see how we got here. So this week was Patisserie Week, and for the showstopper, they made entremets. And I don't know why, but in my head, as soon as I saw the entremets, I started thinking tank tops. Entre-tanks? Is that a thing? And especially Lewis's entremets kind of made me think like a really cool like stitch sampler tank top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the colors from both of his entremets. So I'm thinking like wine red, cream, green, brown. And I'm gonna make kind of like a tube like tank top, so light on the structure. If you've seen it before, I have a cat stitch tank top that I kind of made in this pattern. So it'll be like ribbing here, gathered here, and then different stitches with the different colors. So it looks like the layers of the entremet, and then just straps. So really simple, but I think it'll be really cute and fun and textural. And I live in southern Texas, so the crocheted items that I use the most are my tank tops. So let's get going. So I've started work, and here are the colors that I've picked. So I picked, this is gonna be my main color. This like, what's it called? I think of it like leaf green, but this is called light green. And then I'm doing chocolate brown. I'm gonna do this like creamy white color, this wine red, and then this kind of more tan-y brown, all of these together. So this is gonna be my main color. I'm currently working on the bottom ribbing with it right now. So this will be, I'm gonna do a piece that's long enough to go kind of around my rib cage. And I have a couple of tutorials for crocheted ribbing, but basically you just crochet on the back loop over and over again, and you get crocheted ribbing. So I'm going to make this ribbing, and then I'm going to crochet my foundation chain on the top of here and work my way up with all of these different colors in all sorts of stitches. So now we are working it up in all sorts of colors in all sorts of stitches. Here's my dog's butt. So I had that light brown. I think I need to do another. I'm saying I need to do another one of these light brown next. But so these are the different stitches that I'm using. This is half doubles. This is granny cluster, granny cluster. I did a line of single crochets, and then I did a shell stitch. I did like the little shell filler stitch, and then I think a row of double crochets in the white. And I think this is 3 rows of half doubles. And then right now I'm working on 2 rows of shell stitches. And I think I'm going to do the shell filler with this one to bring this color back in. But I'm just slowly working it up like the bodice line. When I worked this in, you can see I added a couple of extra stitches, but I really didn't want it to be like work it out too much. I mean, this is very dependent on how you need it to fit your body. I don't need that much room in my bodice area, quite frankly, so I did need to add that many extra stitches. But if you're making something like this, then just add more stitches as you need them. So Daphne and I are going to keep working this up for a little bit, and I'm probably about, I don't know, close to 2/3 of the way done with this part. And then we just really have to do the straps, and that's it. I'm keeping this very simple because the stitches are so much that I want to keep the build of it simple. So this is the top as I'm going to finish it. I'm not sure where I checked in last, but I just kept working up with kind of like random stitches, but very simple ones, because I didn't want there to be too many gaps. I didn't want a crazy amount of texture. I just kind of wanted like fun stripes. So like this was a few rows of half double. I think this was the waddle stitch. This was double crochets, and this was a few rows of half doubles. And now I'm working on these straps. So what I did was I chained down enough to go over my shoulder and have enough for sewing it on. And then I did a row of single crochets, and now I'm doing a row of granny clusters of granny stripe. And then I'm going to do another row of single crochet, and then I'm going to do another one of these and sew them on. And that's gonna finish this project, which is crazy because it's only Monday, and I'm so used to working these down to the wire. So I've placed my little straps on, and I'm just about to sew them on, and then we'll we'll be done. These are just pinned on for right now. I'm going to take some yarn and sew them. Done, but it turns out I have ends to weave in, of course. How did I not notice these? But let's weave these. And then we have a fun little crocheted summer top. These work up really quickly. If you want just a quick project, but you want to have like a wearable item, I suggest one of these like tube style tank tops. Great, quick little summer crochet.